Welcome, Andrea. Welcome, Maria. Welcome, Lauren. Welcome, Darlene. My dears, as we get started, you can take any shape you like. You can lie down, you can stand up, you can sit down, whatever shape that is going to allow you to feel supported, get free, to connect, to be here, to allow yourself to simply breathe. So whether that is lying down, seated, or standing, go ahead and allow yourself to find that position. You can begin by taking a little bit of movement, right? If you need to settle down some energy or maybe release some tightness that will allow you to be comfortable in the position that you choose, go ahead and take that. And then when you're ready, find your stillness, unless you need to move, and you can do that too. If you're seated, you might take your hands underneath of your glutes to move them away so that you can root down through the sit bones and grow the spine tall. Shift around if you're lying down on your back to let all the fleshy stuffs go away, to allow those bones to relax. Same thing if you're standing. My friends, your eyes can be opened or closed. It's your personal preference. If your eyes are open, have a soft gaze forward, maybe downward just a little bit without dropping your chin towards your chest. And your arms can lie where they feel comfortable to you. As you take a few moments to just breathe here, allowing your attention and your awareness to meet you right here, right now, in this present moment. I welcome you to Shine Yoga. I'm Steph, coming to you from New Jersey. And I'm so excited to connect with you on this Monday morning, wherever it is in the world you might be. And so, my friends, we always begin Shine with a few moments of quiet, of centering, of simply being. And so it is this space and time where I invite you to tune in to the awareness of your body here in space, to the surface beneath or behind you. Notice the temperature of your room and your body. Take a moment to scan your body from head to toe, just taking in the information you're gathering from your body. And then begin to notice the breath coming in and out. And in all this noticing, you may find that your mind is wandering. Maybe it's on fast forward. And that's normal. And the good thing is, the more we come to a practice of being quiet, the more we come to a practice of noticing, the more control we have over those monkeys in our mind. And so when you notice the thoughts coming in and your mind wandering along, gently remind yourself, I am noticing. I'm noticing the breath. Or maybe you're noticing your body. Tune your awareness to the expansion of the body on the inhale and the release of the body in the exhale. Becoming aware of the parts of the body that move with the breath. We keep all this awareness, my friends, as we bring our attention to our heart space, that place where our anatomical heart lies, maybe the doorway to our soul. You can keep your hands exactly where they are, or you can take them on top of that heart. or palms together in front of your heart space. As you take a moment to offer yourself a note of thanks for coming to play on the mat, for connecting to yourself, and simply just a note of gratitude because you are simply an amazing human being. So with that grace, that kindness, that gratitude, you could turn your gaze down towards your hands, release them, begin to flicker the eyelids open, and bring the head to center. Good morning, everyone. Take those legs out in front of you, shake them out. Take the hands to the hip crease, the place where the legs and the pelvis meet. Give it a little massage down the thighs. Welcome, my friends, to the knees, down those legs. Press the toes forward and draw them back, forward and back. Starting to warm up the feet and the ankles. Circle those feet in one direction. My friends, in today's practice, as always, there will be many variations given, seated, standing, and lying down, other way, so that this practice can be accessible to where it is you are. You're not fitting yourself to the practice, you are fitting the practice to you. So feel free to take variations that honor you where you are mentally, physically, and emotionally today. That is your invitation. You can do that, please. My friends, let's go ahead and begin on our back. If you want to stay seated or standing, you may, and I'll give you variations as we move through. I'll just get everybody started. So if you're coming down onto your back or you've been seated or standing, just lengthen the arms overhead. Legs nice and long, and you feel that long body stretch, maybe reaching the right hand away from the right leg a little longer. And then taking the awareness to the left side, left foot away from left hand a little longer. We do that one more time, right hand away from right foot. And then left hand away from left foot, feeling that length through the body, that energy cycling through. Deep breath in, release the arms by your sides, bend your knees, and take those feet flat. My friends, I do have music playing. If at any time you would like the music volume or my speaking volume to raise or lower, please feel free to write to me in the chat and I can do that for you at any time. My friends, go ahead and start to wiggle and wobble those hip bones, the pelvic bones. Again, seated or standing is just fine. We're just bringing some movement in here. And then find the stillness as the arms come out to a T, palms facing upward. Shift the body so the head lies nice and gently. If you've got a ponytail, a braid, a bun in your hair, go ahead and move it so the head rests nice and comfortably. Spine long, tailbone forward, pull the belly in nice and deeply. Plant those feet on the mat. So just become aware of the abdominals, of the expansion of the back here on the mat. Take a deep breath in, keep the left foot rooted down and right knee comes to 90 degrees, foot lifts up off the mat. Slowly that foot comes back down, plant the foot, left side, pull the belly in. Again, seated or standing, just fine. Let that foot come down one more time on each side. So if you're warming up the core, pelvis, and hips, keeping those shoulders attached to the mat. Now, my friends, take a deep breath in, right knee comes to 90. We let that knee fall out to the side as we take the ankle across the left thigh, and then we return to center. Press down through the right foot, left knee rises, inhale, exhale, take the leg across, inhale, pull the knee to center, and exhale. So we are using the breath as we move, which is very typical for a fall practice with an Ayurveda, right, the sister science of yoga, and Ayurveda focus. We're grounding and moving. Again, seated or standing are just fine, my dears. If you're standing, you may need some balance help. Go right ahead and take it with the wall or the chair beside you. One more time on this left side. And then we'll come back to center. Let those feet come apart and let the knees fall to the right. Bring them back to the center and over to the left. Now, my friends, I'll cue you on the inhale and exhale here, but always remember that if the way I cue the inhale and exhale doesn't feel good to you, you can switch your breath, right? You can let the knees fall on an exhale. Inhale, bring them back to center, pulling the belly in. If you're not twisting today, right, you may not go very far. If you're standing, it may just be one knee pulling across the body. And you can also do that lying down as well. So this might feel a little bit better to you for those of you doing a standing practice today. Yeah, perfect. All right, dears, come on back to center with those knees. We'll reach the arms straight over top of the chest. One knee to 90. If you can, the other knee to 90. Hold right here, pulling the belly in nice and deeply, being so aware of the arms hugging into the shoulders, shoulder blades hugging towards one another, tailbone lengthening forward towards the wall or space in front of you. And my friends, remember, if both knees up just doesn't feel good, it's one. And if you're standing, you'll hold for a couple of breaths and then switch sides. Same thing seated. Take a deep breath in, my friends. Reach the arms alongside those ears. Pull the belly in. Feel that length to the sides of the body. You may start to feel those abdominals begin to talk to you. That's good. Keep that belly pulled in nice and tightly and very slowly, keeping the arms right where they are. 1 foot at a time or both feet for more intensity. Those legs begin to come towards the ground very slowly and controlled. Once the feet meet the ground, release those arms, bend the elbows beside you, and roll on over to one side, coming to hands and knees. So our fall practice, my friends, will always be a longer warm-up. Hands wider than those shoulders, index fingers straight ahead. And again, you can be in cat-cow, standing or seated. Knees behind those hips, just a step, toes curled under for power, untucked for stability. Deep breath in as we lengthen that tailbone away from the crown of the head, and exhale, feel that strength and that stability. Deep breath in again, we lift the tailbone, we let the belly fall, and we look straight ahead for cow. Exhale, scoop the tail around the spine, gaze to your thighs for cat. Inhale, tailbone lifts, belly falls, we look straight ahead. And exhale. So with the changing of the season, the cool, the dry, right? We have some unpredictability in the weather and the atmosphere. And so my friends, we bring in a lot of grounding in this fall practice. A lot of warmth, a lot of intention of being very present rather than being taken away by those thoughts and those feelings. One more time, my dears. And then from here, we come back to center, finding puppy, taking the hands forward of those shoulders, hips stay right above those knees, thigh bone straight up and down, pull the belly in, nice and long through the spine. Remembering that if you're seated, it looks like this. Bend those knees, lengthen the spine, sit back, and maybe reach the arms up overhead alongside the ears, finding that length and strength. Beautiful. Take a deep breath in, my friends. 1 foot can rise, or one knee, I should say, can rise if you're in puppy, 1 foot if you're seated. And then slowly you're making your way into downward facing dog, finding that upside down V position where the hips lift up and back, pressing through the fingertips, hugging those arms in and up. And we get heavy in those heels as they approach the ground. It's okay if they don't touch. Little softness in those knees, energize the quads, the fronts of the thighs, to give way to a stretch to the hamstring, the back of the thighs. Remembering that if down dog is not what you're doing today, you've got forward fold. Take a look. Hands to ground, hands to legs, hands to blocks. You also have the opportunity to take your hands to the wall. So remember that down dog is not the be all end all of that practice. Take a deep breath in, my dears. Lift your heels and slowly walk your feet forward to that forward fold. Press the feet down. Inhale, rise, palms come together overhead. Exhale, we come to heart center and begin the sun salutation. Inhale, we reach the arms up. Exhale, fold. Press the hands and feet down. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold, hands beside the feet, bend the knees, step the left leg back, hold the back knee lifted, send the front knee bent on top of that ankle, lengthen the spine and pull the belly in. Remembering, my dears, that hands to blocks, and they work in 3 directions: hips, wall, or chair, right? So all options here. Take a deep breath in, my friends, stretching the front knee away from the back heel, energizing all the muscles to the pelvis. Deep breath in again, we step back to plank. Remembering here, if you're not coming down to the ground today, you've got the option to be freestanding or at your wall. Yes, perfect, my friends. Lengthen that spine, press those heels back. Keep the back of the head lifted just a little bit. My friends, tune in right here. What's the body telling you? Is shaking happening? That's good. Is there tension? Because tension and work, 2 different things, right? We want to work, but not tensely, right? Lower those knees. Let the heart come forward. Bend your elbows for that close grip push-up chaturanga. Untuck your toes. Shoulders lifted in line with those elbows. Slide the body forward. Pause. Press the tops of the feet down. Toes straight back. Energize the leg muscles. Tailbone lengthens back. Squeeze the seat. Pull the belly in as you shine the heart forward. My friends, you are trying to stretch your body as long as you can. Remember that long bodied stretch we did at the beginning of class? Stay in position. We're just facing the ground. So we're not bending ourselves backward, but rather lengthening ourselves. So the same premise of down dog is here, where we're lengthening the spine. Curl the toes, come to knees, inhale, exhale, press back down dog, or step yourself into your forward fold. Take a deep breath in if you're in down dog, lift your heels, exhale, walk your feet forward to that forward fold. Press down through the feet, inhale, rise, palms together overhead. Exhale, the hands to heart center, pause here. Take a moment and let these words float through you. Grace, kindness, gratitude. Let it all settle in. And then we begin again. Take a deep breath and reach the arms up overhead. Bring the hands to heart space and exhale, take a seat, chair pose. Pull the belly in, lengthen the spine, hug those forearms. Now you're gonna hang out here because I want you to feel it all. Be really present in what might be your least favorite yoga pose ever in life. So check in. Sit those hips back, right towards the short edge of the mat. So you should be able, when you look down, you should see your toes wiggling at you, right? Tailbone reaches down and back. Lift up through the pelvic floor, pull the belly in and lift that spine. Use the back muscles, all of them, hug them into the center and lift that heart up. Eyes look straight ahead. Yeah, so good. Deep breath in, we exhale and fold, lifting the quads, stretching the hamstrings. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold, hands beside the feet or to the blocks, bend the knees, step the right leg back, high lunge. Hand to the ground, to blocks, to hips, to wall, wherever it is that you might be. Here's the key, friends. We're not struggling to reach where we are. We are reaching with confidence. So we press, we energize, we lengthen. So find the place where you can be open and smile at me. Yeah, that's good. Energize those legs, friends. So strong. Energize that core. One more breath here. Take another deep breath in. We step back to plank, at the wall, freestanding, or here on the mat. Hold and steady. Finding those toes spreading. Hands rooted down, fingers spread, but not too overspread through the thumb. Hug forearms and biceps. Hug all the leg muscles and lift them up. Lift them up so high. That's right. So don't let them sag. Energize them. That's right. Either knees down or up, heart forward, bend those elbows, chaturanga. Slide the body forward. Hang on to it. Lengthen the heart away from those toes. Press those toes down. Pull that belly in. Reach the crown of the head to the sky. Remembering, my friends, here are your options. Forearms down. Always can do your push-up. Come back to knees, right? If you're not coming to your belly today, or again at the wall or freestanding. Take a deep breath in, curl those toes, lift to the knees, exhale, press back down dog. Full breath. You can be in a forward fold as well. You can be in puppy with those knees down, spinal length. Inhale, lift those heels if you're in down dog. Exhale, walk the feet forward to that forward fold. Press down through the feet. Inhale, rise, palms come together. Exhale, the hands to heart center. Well done. Take a deep breath in. We reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, we fold. Press the hands and feet down. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold. Hands beside the feet, bend the knees. 2 steps back to down dog, unless you are doing a standing practice, in which case you can stay in your forward fold. Take a deep breath in, my friends. Wherever you are, reach that right foot up towards the sky. So 3-legged dog. You can be in tabletop with one knee down. You can be standing nice and tall with one leg lifted up and back. You can be in a forward fold. Take a deep breath in, pull the knee into the chest, lift spine to sky. If you're on your hands, step the right foot forward, take the back foot down and come on up to warrior 2. If you're standing, let the right leg come back down, step back with the left foot, bend into the right knee. So warrior two, right leg forward, spine long and tall, centered. Reach those hands away. Tailbone down towards the ground, crown of the head lifted. Pull the belly in and lift the pelvic floor. Eyes can be over chest or over top of those hands. Strong, steady. Yes, it's beautiful. And so now you tune into the awareness. All of the toes pressed down, the four corners of the feet rooted, hugging in and up, but you stay, right? When you feel that energy of, no, you stay, you exhale, you soften, right? That's what you do. That's right. Nice, Slavka. Yes, Heather. Good, Amanda. Nice, Steph. Yes, Ellen. Perfect, friends. Take a deep breath in. We lengthen the front leg. We've been working this series a little bit. We keep the pelvis neutral. So no lift it up on that left side. Take it neutral. Both feet press down. Lift up through the pelvic floor, lengthen the spine. Perfect. Left hand, back hand comes down. Right arm reaches out, palm up alongside the ear. Hold. And then we lift from the pelvic floor and take a side bend to the left. Opening the front of the hip flexor on that right hand side. Yes, so it's a reverse triangle. Pull that belly in. We're not sagging on the back side, but lifted. That's right. Perfect. Deep breath in. We return the spine to center, bend into the front knee, find warrior two arms. Good. We keep the length of the spine as we lean over the front side, forearm to thigh, left arm alongside the ear for extended side angle. In this position, my friends, notice your left hip. It might be lifting up. Take the pelvis down in the direction of the front heel so that we sink down and get a true lengthening happening through that hip. Pull the belly in. Support yourself here with all of your muscles. If you're feeling a little anxious today, left hand can come alongside the head, alongside the body. So this might be too uplifting, and that's okay. Use the grounding. Nice. Deep breath in, we lengthen that front leg. We find triangle. Taking the bottom hand down, the left arm can be up to the sky, or again, if you're feeling anxious and you need more grounding, take that hand closer to you. It's not standard, right? It's not what we typically do in what we know as the West for yoga. But my friends, this practice is made for it to fit to you. You just have to make that adjustment in your mind of what it should look like. Deep breath in. We bend into that front knee. We find warrior two again. Third time's a charm, friends. Nice, Maria. Yes, Caitlin. Nice, friends. So good. Deep breath in. We lengthen that front leg. We turn those toes straight ahead to the wide edge of the mat. We lengthen the spine, finding our wide-legged forward fold, keeping that heart moving forward so the pelvis stays right between those heels. Again, using blocks, hard-covered books, a stool that will not collapse underneath of your hands, or the wall if you're not reaching to the ground today, because that is not the destination, right? Drag those feet towards one another, energize the inner legs, right on up to the inside of the pelvis, and then press down through the pinky toe and draw up the outer edge of the legs into the outside of the hip. Keep that tailbone lengthening back as the heart lengthens forward and down. Pull that belly in and breathe. Remember, my friends, you are not stuck wherever it is that you end up. So adjust those feet, adjust the hands, adjust the spine. Yes, Andrea, so good. Nice, friends. And remember, just like within our lunge, we're not crouching, right? Open, length, lift. You want to be able to breathe here. Well done. Take a deep breath in, my dears. Slowly walk yourself towards the front edge of the mat. Step it back to plank. Take a deep breath in. Lower right forearm to the mat. You could do this at the wall. You can also do this freestanding. Left elbow to the mat. Pull that belly in. We breathe. So sometimes when I say to classes, we're going to take our time in our fall practice to warm up carefully, right? Especially for those of us living in areas where it's starting to cool. It's important. We're going to have attention and awareness, because we often don't have attention and awareness in the fall, just for the simple way of how the atmosphere has changed. People think, oh, it's going to be easy. I don't know if I'm going to like that. And then we come to forearm plank and you're like, oh, okay, I get it now. Pull that belly in, hang on to it. Knees can be down, one knee can be down, hold and breathe, feel the heat. Stay, adjust. And then right hand comes underneath of your shoulder. Press yourself back up. Good, down dog. Nicely done. Breathe steadily, my friends. And notice, tune in. What's coming into your awareness right now? Take a deep breath in. Left foot rises towards the sky, stretch it up and back. Energize here through fingertips and toes. Legs hug in, arms hug in. If you're in down dog, pull the knee to your chest, lift spine to sky, make room for that foot to step forward in between your hands. Right foot spins down, you rise to warrior two. If you are standing, that leg comes down, step back with your right foot, bend into your front knee, find that warrior two position. My friends, check in with your front knee. It can go wonky sometimes. You're trying to center that knee on the ankle and have a little opening there rather than a collapsing, because we tend to be tight in the hip flexor and in the inner pelvis. So we want to work that opening. We want to energize these muscles on the outside, right? We tend to, when we're seated all day, we're like here, everything gets weak and we're undoing all that. Yeah. So if this is uncomfortable, good. It's meant to be. Deep breath in, we lengthen that front leg, drawing up from the quad. Pelvis, nice and neutral. Back hand comes down, front hand flips up, palm alongside the ear. Press down, we lift from the pelvic floor, up and over to the right. Reverse triangle. Energy, centered through both feet. Finding that length on the sides of the body, an opening. You got it, friends. Deep breath in again, we return to warrior two. That's right. And now we find that extended side angle, lengthening the body over top of that front thigh, letting the pelvis move diagonally forward and down towards that front heel. We lift up through that inner thigh of that back leg, energizing into the pelvis, lengthening the spine, breathing here. 2 more breaths, so strong in the core. Nice, deep breath in again. Lengthen the front leg by using the quad to lengthen that knee. And we find triangle pose. Again, honoring where you are mentally and emotionally by taking those hands where you need to for support. If you've been feeling a little melancholy lately, maybe those arms are coming away from the body for that uplifting. If you've been feeling angry, frustrated, soften the gaze. Tune into the breath. It's not a competition. You don't have to win. At least not here, not this. Take a deep breath in, we bend into the front knee, we take the hands down, we step back to plank. Hold and breathe. This time left forearm comes down, then right. Hold and breathe. From here, right leg lifts, we bend that knee, we lift foot to sky 8 times. Big pulse, squeeze. Can the bottom knee be down in modified plank? Yes. Can you be in tabletop? Yes. Can your hands be down? Yes. Can you be standing? Yes. Can you be on your back? For sure. Yes, my dear, so good. 8 times. Pulling that belly in, nice and strong. We've been working a funky position like this in every class this month. When you're done with your 8, you move on, other side. Energizing the glute, energizing that hamstring, and keep it nice and strong. 4 more, dears. Yes, 3. Here's 2. Here's 1. Woo! Let those knees come down. Find your child's pose. Toes towards one another, knees spread. Take that body down. You can be in a squat with a forward fold. I'll show you here. At your wall or at your chair, at your couch. If Child's pose just doesn't work for you, take this position instead. I love it. And also you can just release into a forward fold. Yes, friends. When you're ready, take your hands underneath of your shoulders, push yourself on up, come to a seated position, and we'll come into a forward fold here. If you want something passive, feel free to lie down on your back and extend your legs up to the sky. Totally works. Otherwise, we're seated. We move those fleshy parts, we lengthen the spine, and we take it forward. Reaching to the feet is not the destination. You can have your hands wherever. If you have a strap, a belt, a dog leash available to you, feel free to take it around the foot to give yourself a little bit of leverage. My friends, there's so much coming up, so much goodness. Be sure you are checking out your email, social media. There's a gift guide. There is so much for you to enjoy for yourself and for you to gift to others. So please stay connected and be sure you're in the know. My friends, if you'd like to turn this into a twist as we take it down in our final moments of class, feel free to take one hand back, the other hand in the center of your legs or across the other leg as you come into this twist. Of course, you could take a twist that feels better to you. And my friends, this week, I know you'll be practicing gratitude times 10. But my friends, what I really want you to do, what I'm going to invite you to do or challenge you to do, whichever word connects to you more, deep breath in, come back to center and switch. Whatever gratitude, kindness, grace that you put out into the world, my friends, I want you to honor yourself with that same energy, with that same intention. And I know that could be so difficult. But my friends, you deserve it. You are worth it. And those who rely on you need you to thank yourself, to love yourself, to be kind to yourself. Inhale, come on back to center. And then if it feels good to you, you can go ahead and bend those knees and find Savasana. That long body position with your feet at the corners of the mat, arms by your sides, palms facing upward. Take a few deep breaths in here and release the exhale. As you allow yourself to just soften into this place where you can rest and relax, rejuvenate. Allowing this softening of energy through the toes, up the legs, into the pelvis, through the hands, the arms, the torso, into the neck and the head. My dears, stay here as long as you can. Take good care of yourself. And I thank you for connecting with me today and sharing your energy. The light and love in me bows to and honors the light and love in you. Happy Monday, my friends. Take good care of yourselves.